Alright guys, hi, it's Alan here with the Trade and Grow Group. So today I would like to talk a little bit about how you can actually do analysis daily. So let's just do a little bit like of the daily analysis that we can find. Alright, so let's just randomly search for something. Let's say Facebook, right? So you can see Facebook right now is having a consistent uptrend. You can see like from the left hand side here right up to 200 and 208 right now, and it's been growing quite nicely. However, like if you want to see whether it's a good buying point right now, I'll just check, and you can see the RSI is not actually too good because it's quite overextended to the overbought side, which means that it could be pulling back quite a bit to its normal support before it goes up again, and it would look like something like this, right? So it's probably not the best time to go in right now because it probably will bounce a little bit before it goes up again. So yeah, another one. So let's say PI, right? So PI, let me just go smaller. So it was at quite a good point right here before, because you can see that it's been like going up, going down, going back up, and going down, and at this point you can see that it's actually quite near its support, and you can see the RSI went a little bit overextended to the oversold side. So we thought that maybe we can just wait for reversal and see whether it goes up or not. Well, unfortunately, it didn't go too well. It's been consolidating a bit around that point, and we can't actually be sure whether it's going down or not. So, because from here, from the highest point at 40.24 towards right now it's like 27, it's been dropping quite a lot, and at this point you can see that it's just consolidating. We can't see whether it's making quite a strong what's that called quite a strong reversal, because like we can't actually see a clear higher low, and so we can also see like different indicators so showing that it's not really at a good point to buy in. So we probably won't do anything about it right now, and let's check something else. What are the good things that we can check? How about Amazon? Amazon. Which one is Amazon? It's this one. All right. So whatever it is, AMZ and ticket simple. While it's like really overbought at this point, wouldn't recommend anyone to go in right now because it's very dangerous right now. Since at this point it can just suddenly pull back, and you might lose a lot from there. So remember that trade for us, trading is always about finding something that we're comfortable with and something that we know that is uptrending, so that we can go with the trend. So maybe not the best thing to buy at the moment. Now let's go check out Disney. All right, so Disney right now, it was growing quite fast from 128 up to 153. I actually went in and bought a bit and actually had quite a good trade there. Can't remember the reason for that. I think it's because of the Disney Plus or something. Can't remember the actual reason. Like we can check it later on. Um, Please comment below if you remember anything about this. So then it went down, pulled back a little bit. Since then, seems to be not really making a reversal to go up. So yeah, not the best point to buy. So something that I want to talk about is this Beyond Meat, right? Is this Beyond Meat? Uh, so BYND. So it's a very strong IPO at first, because you can see when you go back, it started at $45 and it went up way up to $245. So that's crazy rise, right? But then, like since then, people were saying that this company isn't actually that profitable in long term, and so it dropped back quite a lot. And then now it's like around this $76 or 70 something to $80 area and has been like quite stable around there. Can't see a really strong margin for you to get in or buy in anything right now. You can see the MACD is not actually at a very good point. So yeah, might want to avoid that. Usually, if I buy IPOs or stuff, I don't hold for too long. I don't hold it for more than 2 weeks or something like that, just to make sure that the fluctuation won't affect me too much in long term. All right, now let's go to Google. So for Google, oh, it's actually like it's right here. So you can see that Google in 4 hours, 6 months, 4 hour chart, it's been rising quite stably, and it's currently making its highest point at around 1,300 around the recent time. Um, you can see that the RSI is around 65, so I wouldn't say there's no margin to go up. There's still like a bit of margin to go up, but is it the best point to go in? Maybe not, because it made the highest high, and it can go overbought, overextended to the overbought side really easily within a short time. And from the MACD, right, you can see also that well, it's crossing, which means that it can have a change in direction and it could be going up. But I wouldn't recommend this. Like personal, I don't know whether you're gonna choose it or not, but personally, I won't, because I'm quite a conservative person. I always want to buy something that I'm really comfortable with buying. I would rather just make small profit over time that are stable instead of just risking my money, right? All right, so this is the same for Nike. So it's like really high at the moment. So I'm very glad that I bought in around this point, and it's been rising quite a lot. Uh, and now it's around $100 point. So you can see that it's slightly overextended, and even though it's gonna change its direction to go upwards, maybe not the best time to get in as well. If you are having this trade, you can definitely just keep it there and see how it goes, because it's still gonna, from the MACD, you can still see that it can have a potential to go up. But then remember to always push your stop loss higher a little bit, so that when it comes to the time where it's too overextended, then you can just take your profit anytime. Um, and by the way, for people who are asking, so this is Thinkorswim's simulated trading part. So I do trade. Sometimes I trade with a different broker, but then for analysis part, I usually use Thinkorswim. So yeah, this is why I'm using this for talking about it as well. So for Alibaba, it's been rising a lot as well, overextended, quite similar to those I mentioned before, which are, I can't remember. And yeah, so remember that when you see RSI that overextended, probably not the best time to buy, because whenever you buys in there, it has a potential to just pull back a little bit, and it can incur a very huge loss, because from RSI 70 to RSI 30, there's quite a large range for it to drop. So maybe not the best point to buy shares at the moment. All right. So what else? Let's have a look at Shopify, SHOP. Right. So for Shopify, right? Oh wow, Shopify has also been rising quite a lot. Luckily, people in in our group actually mentioned this stock, and someone actually called it out. So some of us can catch this uptrend, and so you can see that it went up quite a lot from around $280, which is the lowest point of the RSI, way high to increased way a lot to around its resistance, which is $400. You can see that you can see from here that this is quite clear resistance, which means that it's probably not the best time to buy. Well, obviously, you can also draw like something like this. You can see that it's not the best time to buy in right now. Just so just to recommend you to be careful about this kind of stuff. Well, I should make it better, but never mind. Just to explain it a little bit. Well, remember that in your own time when you're drawing the lines, better to draw it clearly so that you don't mix up things on your own. But yeah, so we always want to try. I'll just make an example here, right? So you always want to try to find something that is uptrending like this. So let's say if in some short term you see something like this going up from around here, like RSI is very overextended to the oversold side, then you can consider buying in with more than three or more than four confirmations in terms of different kinds of indicators and also resistance and support levels. Then you can buy in. Always try to buy in at the low point, which means the previous or current support, and hopefully the stock will go up to this point where it is the resistance of the whole thing, and hopefully there's a quite a good margin for profit. So for what I mean by quite a good margin for profit, it's like like this is like 14%, which is a good thing. So we always want to ensure that the profit margin is around like um, 8 to 10% or even more, just so that you have a little bit of leeway for yourself. Let's say the stock is not actually going that well. You maybe sometimes you buy in at this point and you didn't realize that it's not the support. If there is quite a good margin there, then you can still get a good profit before you exit the trade, or just to make sure to yourself that if it goes down a bit and it bounces back from support, uptrending stock can ensure that you can still make profit in long term because it's going up overall, right? If it's downtrending, like from here, right? If it's downtrending, even though if you can, like, even though you can buy it at a really good support, right? If you didn't take profit around this point and it comes down again and it pushes, like that bar that it pushes down a lot, you're gonna make an overall loss. This is why we avoid downtrending stocks and why we want to just find uptrending stocks in general or parallel trending stocks. So yeah, all right. So this is just like an overall idea of how we do analysis for day trade and swing trades. Obviously, for day trading, you can choose a better time frame, such as um, you know, 1 day 1 minute chart, 5 day 5 minute chart, or even 5 day 15 minute charts. Those will be better for you in terms of searching for stocks. Yeah, so maybe today we're just going to finish with this one. And if you find any good stocks, remember to follow our Telegram group, where we talk about different stocks and questions that you have any. If you have any questions, you can feel free to also ask us through that group as well. We also have a Facebook group where we allow people to ask any questions and also show your result to others, just to motivate others to also trade. Hopefully everyone can end in green in long terms. All right, so QCOM, ticket symbol QCOM. You can see that overall it's like this. Right. Well, you can see that from the indicators RSI, you can see that it's definitely not at a very good point, because it's around 60, so, which is quite significantly inclined to the overbought side, while MACD is quite alright. It's slightly above zero, which is quite a good area. But then if there are indicators that indicates the stock is not at a very good point to buy, and you can see like this indicates that it actually pushing its resistance, which means that it can just pull back down, then it might not be the best time to buy right now. Okay, all right. So yeah, so these are the analysis of different stocks for today. Well, I'm sorry that we didn't find quite a few stocks that are very good for your trade for this week. Well, there are definitely some that you can do. So I usually do day trading. So I do DGAS, UGAS, TQQQ, SQQQ, and some of the swing trades of the large stocks. So I like trading large cap stocks, just because it's always like with good volume. Let's say Facebook, right? It's always with good volume, and changes can be seen quite easily. News will be very wide known all over the world when compared to small companies, and these are the reasons why I choose to swing trade these large cap stocks. So hopefully you like this. Well, in the future we'll definitely um, try to make more of this kind of videos, and if you like it, please give a thumbs up, and also subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us through the comments down below, or through Ask Black Karen through Twitter or Instagram. Yeah, so hope you guys can end in green, and I'll see you next time.